Boy, this looks like a nice place to take a short. I wasn't going to trade anymore. I was doing work, but we're going to take a trade. We're going to take the 15s short 2 at 13.15. I couldn't refuse the 13.15s up here. We're in the L period, testing the consolidation of yesterday's. Well, we're in yesterday's value area. We're a little bit above yesterday's point of control. So we're short 2, 13.15. We're going to buy one. That was 13.15 even, I should say. We're going to buy one back at 13.75 for a point and a quarter. We didn't quite get down there to 13.75. If we push a little bit higher, I wouldn't mind bettering our position, but for now, with this cross trade, we're going to stand tight. The Globex high in the W period. $13 to $16.50 is our out for even on all 4 contracts. That's always a good number to know. I like to keep it in my mind, considering we have now 4 lot exposure, which means every point is $200. We want to be aware of that target, or not that target, but that number, $16.50. So if for some reason you thought you were just completely wrong on your trade, $16.50 would get you out for even minus commissions on all 4 contracts. Of course, our strategy here is to buy our 3 at 13.15. That'll get us break even on the first 2 that were early, of course, and it'll give us about 3 points on the 3rd one. And then our 4th contract, we're going to buy 1 at 13.13. That again, like I say, we might revisit, since the point of control today is all the way down at 12.95, almost 20 points below us. So we might test that out and see. We didn't quite get to 13.15, so we're going to just hang tight. Okay, we bounced up here to the 22s. We're going to take 2 more at 21.75. Wow, we did get filled into 75s. Damn it. We're going to take the 21.50s. We're going to short 2 more at 21.50. Now we have the most positions on we've ever had, 13.22. Going to pause this and find out what our alpha average is. Okay, our alpha even is 13.21. We have a significant buying tail here. We're going up to yesterday's high in the end period. We closed down significantly lower than that, so 13.25 is pretty good resistance. From yesterday's close, we moved all the way down to 12.70. So our delta for today is positive, 23,000 more buyers and sellers. So we see some cross trade up here. We're just going to stand tight here, and I'll be back with our exit. We're going to have to give back the first 4 contracts at 16.50. Okay, this is a little bit of a complicated trade. So we are going to buy 4 at 16.50 to get out at even on our first 4 contracts. That leaves us 2 more contracts, one which we will sell at 16.50. That will give us some profit from the 21, about 5 points. And then we'll buy 1 additional contract back, which is our last contract. And we can either buy that 5 points below 21, which is the 16s also, or we can wait and let this market trade back toward the point of control and then put our stop in at break even above 21. So the last target I'm going to have to think about for a second. But for right now, we're going to buy 4 back at 16.50, buy another one back at 16.50, and then let 1 run for our target. Our target, I'm thinking, is a point of control down at 12.95, but we might not get down that low. We're significantly above the value area of today into yesterday's value area. Alright, we're approaching the 1650s. See, we're at 17.25 now. 1650s is about where the initiative buying occurred, so we might not get the 1650s. Our at for even is 13.18, so we can exit all 6 contracts at 13.18. But it's nice to be in the L period tail because we're in a balanced market today, so I'm anticipating a return back toward at least the high of the value area, which is 13.07. Matter of fact, let's put our buy target for our last contract just above that in 13.10. We're still waiting for the 1650s. Okay, we're patiently waiting here for our 16.5 fill for out for even on our first 4 contracts, and we still haven't got it. We clicked down to 17. It seems that the volume on the initiative buying came in right around the 16, so 16 seems to be acting as a little support, although we were light on volume. So, and we rose up on the L period on 4,800 contracts, so that's not a ton of volume. We're going to stay in tight here. Our out for even is 13.18. If we get down to 13.18, I'm going to scratch this trade. I'm not sure I like this light volume trading back up toward the L period high. We'll look for another position if we can get out at 13.18. We are out of the market at 22.25. And the reason being, 13.18 was our average price. That's $300 a point. We're actually above our 4% threshold. So that trade didn't work out at all. We're now in the L period extending up toward yesterday's high. With 13.18 as our average, considering our 4% threshold relates to about $800. We should have been out 3 points above 13.18, 19, 20, 21. We got out about 1.25 points late. We're going to look for a re-entry up here. 25 is Friday's M period high. So if they get it to the 25s, we could see some stop running up there. We're going to keep a close eye here. We see some cross trade up here. Okay, we're going to take the 24.75s. We're short too at 24.75. We should be right here in the stop running area, about 2 points above yesterday's high. We're short 24.75. We're running now. We're going to have to better our position here. We're going to take the 28.75s short too at 28.75. This new position now, we have our out for evens on the 24.75s at 24.75, and we'll liquidate one of the other contracts at 28.75 and 24.75 and set our target down 5 or 6 points. I think what we're seeing here is short covering, and I wasn't prepared for short covering all the way up to above yesterday's high. So we have our average about 26 on this trade. We're still looking for our 24.75s for break even on the first 2, and then exit one of the 28s. Our out for even on these 4 contracts is 26.75. I'm hesitant to dump these contracts because this looks like short covering, and we still have the end period, which could bring us back toward the point of control. But so far, these 2 trades have been underwater. Well, we didn't hit the 26.75s. We came close on the bid, but didn't So that puts us in a quandary here. M period just opened up. We're right at the high volume node of 2 days ago at the lower part of the cluster. So our out for even is 26.75. We're out of the market at 31.75.